Said it before. I mean, it's some big business going on Jake Paul's part, for sure, for him to land that kind of fight, to come from not even a boxing background. You know what I mean? Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right?
But I think that Gervonta, he just ducking Lamont Roach. And I feel like a money grab is a money grab because before this, he said he was going to retire. And now all of a sudden he fighting Jake Paul.
Tensions flared during a live interview when Bill Haney confronted Gervonta Davis over his fight with Jake Paul. Bill didn't hold back, calling the matchup a money grab and accusing Davis of prioritizing fame over real competition. The exchange quickly turned heated as Haney challenged Tank's legacy, insisting that true champions face elite boxers, not YouTubers. Fans flooded the chat as the two exchanged sharp words, turning what was supposed to be a routine interview into one of the most talked about moments in boxing media.
So this is not really about the competitiveness of the fight. It's cloud chasing 101. It's the two biggest names that will sign the same piece of paper to fight each other for a shit ton of money. Because Tank has knockout power, even though he's way smaller. You already know that Jake Paul's going to like push this, like, I'm fighting one of the biggest knockout artists in the game. And then Tank Davis, this is probably the biggest check out there for him.
Allegations are swirling that Davis is set to earn a staggering $100 million for his clash with Jake Paul, a sum that would rank among the highest purses in boxing history. While there's no confirmed breakdown of his guaranteed payday, the figure highlights just how financially driven the bout appears, reinforcing the criticism that the fight is more spectacle than serious. Frustrations with Gervonta Davis extend beyond this individual match. He has continuously accused Davis and his team of avoiding legitimate challenges, particularly a matchup with Devin Haney. Bill believes that his son, with his superior boxing IQ and technical precision, is a stylistic nightmare for Tank. According to Bill, this is precisely why the fight hasn't materialized. Bill Haney has openly questioned Davis's choice of opponents, particularly highlighting the potential rematch with Lamont Roach Jr., and has accused Davis of avoiding top-tier competition. He asserts that Davis prefers opponents who pose less strategic risk, choosing pathways that maintain his undefeated record while maximizing profit.
He is. Mike's a tough dude. I mean, you have to watch what you say to Mike, for sure. He's in for a fight, though.
Well, Mike Tyson is 58 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Paul's 28 years old.
Right.
There's a 30-year age difference. And Jake Paul's not a weak guy.
No.
You know, I remember George Foreman. He even talked about one of Jake's punches. He said, yeah, I would have gone to sleep with an overhand right like that.
Jake is a heck of an athlete. He's a heck of an entertainer. I've always said that, he might even be the face of the sport of boxing with the moves that he's making, because it's all about making, taking the boxing further and bringing new fans and new eyeballs and those kind of things. So the moves that Jake is making right now to get Mike Tyson in the ring, even at 58, is impressive.
Leonard Ellerby, longtime advisor to Gervonta Davis, shared personal insight into the boxer's state of mind. According to Ellerby, Tank was not mentally prepared to face Lamont Roach at one point due to the intense personal issues he was dealing with. He explained that Davis had gone through difficult emotional phases that left him drained, making it unwise to take another fight during that period. Instead of forcing himself into the ring, Tank chose to prioritize recovery and focus on regaining balance. Ellerby emphasized that people often see Davis as an unstoppable machine, but forget that he's human, someone who has faced family problems, criticism, and the pressure of fame.
When Leonard Ellerby said, to tell you the truth, Gervonta Davis couldn't get up for Lamont Roach. And what does that mean? It means that he could not get inspired, that he was not motivated to fight Lamont Roach, that his mind was not in a place where it was like, yeah, okay, let's get it. And he was going to war with Lamont Roach. He was going through the motions with Lamont Roach during the training camp and could never really get himself motivated to really give the best of himself against Lamont Roach. And that probably affected him during training and during the fight. And that is something that can happen, especially if you really look back on what happened with the Lamont Roach fight and all of the ups and downs about that fight being made. Because first, if you recall, he wasn't supposed to be fighting Lamont Roach. The person he was supposed to be fighting was Vasily Lomachenko. You know, the guy that everybody says that he doesn't want to fight, that he didn't want to fight. Gervonta Davis was up and prepared to fight Vasily Lomachenko. So it shouldn't surprise anybody that if he tries to make a fight with Vasily Lomachenko, that fight doesn't go through. Then he tries to make a fight with Lamont Roach. He can't get the fight done for Houston with Lamont Roach because there was all kind of venue problems and drama going on around Gervonta getting a venue in Houston. So they wind up eventually moving the fight to New York City and pushing it back even further. So not only is it a fight where he didn't just jump out of from his last fight that he had and jump into a fight with Lamont Roach, he got held up. And then also during that period of time, he had to spend some time in jail for a parole violation after I believe that might have been after the Lamont Roach fight.
In addition to technical and managerial criticisms, Bill Haney addressed Gervonta Davis's public persona, especially his conduct on social media. He urged Davis to step away from impulsive tweets and act with greater professionalism if he genuinely intends to engage in serious negotiations for a bout against Devin Haney. Bill highlighted that boxing at this level involves careful branding and business acumen, noting that Devin brings commercial value to every fight he takes. Davis himself has admitted that his original dream wasn't about championship belts or global fame. What drove him to boxing was the need to escape his circumstances. He grew up surrounded by hardship, and his focus was to earn enough to build a better life for himself and those he loved. Over time, success changed his path, but the mindset never left. Tank confessed that even after reaching financial comfort, he still feels driven by the desire to stay ahead of the life he once struggled through. That's what makes him dangerous. His motivation comes from survival, not luxury.
And while he's fighting YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul, who is 12 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 7 wins by way of knockout, opposed to fighting against the likes of his peers who are well accomplished and superstars in their own right for legacy fights like Shakur Stevenson, like Teofimo Lopez, like Devin Haney. Why he's not interested in those fights. And he gets real, right? He gets real, and only thing we could do is salute it, right? Because he's saying, I never told y'all I wanted to be a world champion. I never told y'all I wanted to be undisputed. I got into this for myself and my circumstances to escape from my circumstances. And that's real. We can't blame him for that. We hold him in high regard because the statements he's made and misled people when he said he got a hit list that he wants to check off before he retires, and that hit list includes Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Lomachenko, who turned down the fight because of a severe back injury. And then he told the world, he told Champside, it would be great for him to become undisputed. So I think that he had a change of heart at some point in time along the way, right?